right, here's a deal breakdown we're going to do for a BRRRR property in a high interest rate market. Definitely harder to do as rates continue to go up, and we're going to show you why this one works and how, direct to seller marketing, negotiating directly with sellers allows you to, basically buy deals when no one else can off the market. So for starters, this is a 5-unit property. And I'll kind of walk you guys through the structure here. So we purchased the property from a mailer that we had sent out. The owner gave us a call, getting older. He's actually owned the property, or did own the property, for over 30 years. Really just time to move on. He was getting older, harder to keep up with his rentals, and was starting to have some health issues. So he had already spoken with someone, and they kind of made him a soft offer in the 120 range. Right off the bat, we knew that was going to be definitely in our realm, just thinking back of the napkin, $25K a door for a 5-unit. With that being said, again, went in and pretty much just said, hey, we can move quick, 125, just to beat that other offer out. And they accepted that pretty quickly. So we purchased this with basically a private lending company, not Wildcat hard money lending. And so it was 100% financed of the $125,000 plus $40,000 in rehab funds. So 100% financed, which is why we paid 4 points and we're paying 14% interest only. So definitely some higher holding costs on this one. And that's kind of what you see down here. So again, walking you down the side here, 125 purchase, 40 rehab, upfront closing. Wildcat, again, we use them for our flips, not on this property. Those are our holding costs, all in cash, and then lender and closing. This is assuming we're paying quite a few points on the refi. So 265 is a pretty conservative value here, and we'll show you why up top. The reason that I reduced it is so the calculator doesn't go crazy, because it's going to throw in a bunch of negatives if we were to BRRRR it out, take a bunch of money out. Obviously, if you don't leave any money in the deal, your return's infinite. The calculator has a hard time calculating that. So at 265, if we're taking out a loan for 75% of that new value that we've pretty much forced through, the value add. Obviously, this is a very large delta here. And again, this kind of came because we were able to negotiate off market. Now, our new loan amount will be 198. And you don't have to pay too much attention to the stuff down here in the bottom. This is just so the calculator accurately depicts loan amounts and basically the cash that we would have invested in the deal. In this case, it's going to be nothing. This property should appraise for well over $300,000. Coming up to the top, so there's 2 studio units, 2 2-bed units, and 1 3-bed unit. This is a rough idea of what they were rented for when we purchased the property. We right now we're pretty much closing out. We've got 2 more units to renovate, 1 studio, and we're wrapping up the renovations on one of the 2-bed 1-baths. Everything else is currently rented. The 2-bed that's getting a little more here, they do have a garage storage unit that they're able to use, and that's included in their rent. Downside to this property, it is unfortunately going to be kind of tough to separate all of the utilities. So we do have a higher expense ratio down here. Taxes just under $3,000 a year, insurance $1,200 a year, gas and electric $1,000 a month. That is running a little bit lower, but going through the winter, just better to be conservative there. Water and sewer, got those plugged in. Lawn and snow, management at 10%, vacancy 5%, and maintenance 10%. Running this at an 8% interest rate, 30-year AM, and commercial debt's what we're going to be refinancing into a DSCR product. And so going over kind of the return metrics here. So gross rents, again, pro forma $5,050 a month. All of our fees with management, taxes, insurance, owner paid utilities. Our vacancy reserve and our maintenance reserve comes out to $3,067 a month. So our monthly NOI is $1,982. Again, got the loan amount at $198,750. And again, that's why I said you don't have to pay too much attention to the plugins here. Again, we don't want to, say we're leaving more money in than we are, or not saying, that we're leaving any at all. But in this case, because the property is going to appraise quite a bit higher, we're not going to be leaving any money in the deal, which is why the down payment's reading 0. So after all expenses, and then paying the monthly principal and interest payment, that comes out to $14.58. So our total monthly net is $524. And again, I'm not going to be leaving any cash in the deal, so this is going to be an infinite return. As soon as rates come back down, we'll definitely do another refinance, hopefully in the 6% range. And as you can see, the net goes up even more. But definitely kind of the key takeaway here is talking to sellers, talking to wholesalers, sourcing off market opportunities. That's how you're going to be able to do deals in a higher interest market.